Hey, it's AOTN Attack on the Noobs. Welcome to our channel, and in this video we're going to be going over the best comeback fights of the Stockholm Major 2022. We're going to be looking at fights from the following series, and for each clip we'll show the live footage first, just in case you missed the live broadcast, and then there will be a short analysis. Here we go. First up, we have OG vs TSM upper bracket quarterfinals game 1.
They're kind of fast if they can all commit to it. This is scary for them. They know that OG can jump any second. They're playing between those Sunstrike sticks. BZM actually really far from the team, but he has a boots of travel.
Right back is down.
It is down. Sunstrike will scout them out. Amara is the first to go in, but that was a bait. Hopefully, as Yuragi also jumps straight into the pit. There's a Wukong's command set up, and they want to fight inside that circle as a TSM leaves immediately. Moonlight Shadow, and up to the high ground they go. Reset the fight. Go for Amar now. Amar's been pummeled to death. BZM low on mana as well. A Boundless Strike allows him to TP away without being stunned, but Yuragi will not be so lucky.
Okay, so let's take a look at how OG manages to throw this fight from a 7k lead. So first, Amar is the first one to go Scout Roach with his Static Wave, which is fine, but unfortunately he gets stunned into an arrow, and this ends up taking his HP bar to around like 30%. Seb, on the other hand, just gets instantly deleted on the side. So finally, ATF gets out his BKB, and his first reaction is to go for the CK, right? This is fine because obviously CK is the target he wants to link, right? But at this point, I think it's pretty obvious that OG realized that they ain't going anywhere with this fight because of how low Amar is and the positioning of the heroes. So actually, as we can see, his whole team actually wants to disengage, but Amar insists to go in. He's like, I don't care, I'm going in, right? Honestly, I think this move is a pretty bad move. Like, it's kind of like feeding and expecting your team to just follow you, right? So he goes in, gets gripped in the middle of nowhere, and BZM is forced to blink up and cancel the grip, right? Which is a really fast cancel. It's great, but hey, you got a Razor with no BKB in the middle of 4 heroes, and there's a CK. So what do you expect? Of course, he dies in like the next couple of seconds, right? BZM is now in a bad position. Taiga also dies because, you know, he's in a bad position, and I want to give huge props to Yuragi here for actually not, you know, not feeding, staying calm in this situation. He actually doesn't leap, and then he doesn't leap in open BKB and try to fight to the death. Actually saves his BKB and ends up living here. But yeah, it's 3 heroes down for OG, free Roche, and we're gonna cut it right here. So next we got Thunder Awakening vs Baboon game 1.
Sacred. Now, he's out to the side with the blink. Oh, they're going to try and jump Picard. He's going to go for the Chrono. BKB was off in time of the TA. He'll look towards Timecodes. Take down the Nyx Assassin. Quick relocate to the side. They'll get Lyle out of the Chrono and get him back to work. The Ravage is there. Onto the 14. The Gale as well. Pushes them to the side. Timecodes zips in. Focuses down to Hack. Pulls it back into the Vortex. Turns the attention over towards Force Major. 3 dead. Now they'll go for the TA. They surround Lyle. He's out once. That's the Aegis gone. As Noticed has to get out of here. Lyle won't be able to get any sort of blink off as Thunder Awaken. They return.
Okay, so Baboon, they smoke into a Tidehunter and immediately jumps on him, which is fine. Fast reactions by Sacred, immediately blinks away. So over here, let's look at Pakaz. He goes in and Chronos, and all he does is try to kill Nyx, which at this point I think is completely fine for Baboon, even though Nyx dies, right? Until, if we see here, Notice actually pops his ult and uses his spear, misses his spear, to try and save a Nyx, which is quite unnecessary, and overall it's just a really bad decision to use the arena like immediately. And if we look here, Force Major actually uses his relocate and tries to save a BKB TA that has an Aegis with nobody hitting him. Of course, you know, they didn't know this at first, but what ends up happening is they used all their spells and they did nothing. So Thunder Awakening, they realize they can fight. I think this is a great ult by Sacred here. He realized his passive is broken and he immediately ults. And this buys time for Thunder Awakening to come over. So basically, the rest of the fight is, you know, Baboon having no spells left and Thunder Awakening just, you know, taking the fight from behind. And yeah, so I think there's mistakes all around, but the biggest mistake here was definitely on Mars. He used like everything and all his spells, which was very important, but did nothing. So TA dies here again after Aegis. It's a 4 for 0, including an Aegis. Team Spirit versus Tundra game 3.
Pushed out. Collapse. Just going to open up with a stun. Onto the Doom here. Nightmare coming in to try and break the combo, but it's going to be Saxa still going down. Skeeter's in with the BKB. There'll be a buyback straight away with the Pug. The Skeeter falling low. They're going to be able to take him out. The physical from Yatoro at this stage. Too much for Skeeter to be able to tank. His team's out here by just being aggressive. But Yatoro, he's taking the Roche down. He is. I would be surprised if Skeeter did not buy back. As they jump the high ground, they managed to burst through the Bane. Snaking has to buy back. C33 is up on the cliff. The BKB TP, he'll make it out of there. The TP's over towards the tier 2 mid, so he'll be able to walk back over.
Alright, so let's take a look at how Team Spirit wins this fight from 21k behind. So first we're looking at Dire Vision, and let's look at Doom. Stoxa is revealed from smoke, and he doesn't open, he doesn't choose to instantly open BKB, which is fine because Bane is behind him. However, he doesn't spam it, so as Snaking cancels Nightmare, he actually has a short window to get BKB off, but instead just gets deleted. That's a pretty big mistake because he could have just walked away, as Yatoro was actually hiding in the trees for a brief moment because he was afraid to be doomed. So, meanwhile, if we look at Skeeter does a huge misplay. He goes into the enemy team without realizing his Will-O-Wisp, the enemy's Will-O-Wisp placement actually forces his team to outrun the other way, right? Actually, let's go back 10 seconds. So, look at Doom. He has a short window to open BKB, but doesn't do it. Gets deleted. Skeeter goes in to the whole team, right? While his team is being isolated, and he does delete the Pugna instantly, which is cool, right? But if we look closely, he doesn't open BKB until he has like 15% HP, and actually just straight up dies from Luna. So fast forward a minute, Doom bought back after dying, and Tundra tries to contest his Roche. So what happens here is, I would say, classic Tundra. Amazing team, but they get nervous during clutch moments. So if we look at here, Snaking and 3-3 actually both go try and desperately try to deward this cliff, right? For some reason, but it's just super obvious that Team Spirit are going to be ready for this. They have a ward up there, right? So Snaking goes in with like no HP, just gets immediately deleted, right? And is forced to buy back. They also forget about Rubik, and 3-3 ends up being cliffed and has to use BKB TP to get back home. So this makes things very awkward for Tundra. Fortunately, later on, Team Spirit does pull off a 6-4-4, and Tundra still end up winning the series. Next, we have Tundra vs Thunder Awakening Game 2.
Which perhaps, that is certainly a good, BKB opportunity ever since they nerfed that. Burrow's trying to get some distance here. Self-Yules and see if he can get the blink away, but the burn damage of the Snapfire Kisses do stop him, but at the same time, Dark Mago, he tried to get into the backline, but actually getting destroyed. The RP goes down inside the Wukong's command. Both the Pango as well as the Monkey are low. Pakaz is able to finish off at least the Pango, but the rest of his team, they are getting run down by the combination of the Lycan and the Luna. The arrow goes down, doesn't stop anything, doesn't stop Skeeter. Nice use of the cookie onto the Wolf. That's going to be able to catch up to Pakaz. Matthew, last one left alive, will manage to escape.
So Tundra decided to initiate on Sand King here, since they identify him as the target that's best for them to go on out of all the heroes, right? So I think this is very correct. Also because Bane kind of just walked past the Radiant Ward. So they stun the Sand King. Sacred, he burrow strikes out and immediately uses himself, which is quite questionable because there's actually nothing about to hit him yet. This actually sets up for a perfect 9 Pango roll into chain stun, and Sand King actually gets chain stun to death. So at the same time, Tiny, I'm gonna have to rewind here. So let's speed up a bit and look at Tiny. Changing the vision to Dire. So Tiny walks up a high ground with no vision, tries to cancel the Sapphire ult. He does. He also combos Lycan, which is nice, right? Does a bunch of damage. Now he's trying to walk away with BKB. And if we look closely, 3-3 actually makes a very beautiful body block on Dark Mago, and this ends up killing the Tiny. Would he have died without the wolves? Maybe, maybe not, but at least I would say he would have a chance because there was only a Luna chasing him. So at the same time, Matthew's walking the mid from bottom with 3 leaves, a mech, and a Sacred Arrow. I'm not sure why he doesn't use some leap charges to try to get a mech off or try to get an arrow, but I guess, yeah, it doesn't matter that much. So, Magnus ults, but then he kills the Pango, but, it's an easy fight for Tundra. They keep chasing. They have wolves falling for Kaz, Cookie, wolf stun. Kill on Magnus. They come back from they win the fight from a 7k deficit. Easy comeback for Tundra. Real quick, guys, if you're enjoying this video, please consider dropping a like. Dota content is really quite hard to make, and I know most people are probably just interested in the memes, right? But we're trying to make analysis videos slightly more interesting to watch. And as a new channel, really every sub means a lot to us. So yeah, huge thanks. Continue with the video. Alright, so Beast Coast vs Baboon Game 1.
He's going to be able to commit into backline pretty easily. Go for the Pug.
He's in. He's going to start to poke some reactions out from them, and we'll get the Pugna ward and the Tombstone drop down.
Whisper, though.
To the side. Whisper's going to get jumped, but he gets the BKB and the roar off in time. Holds back the CK C-Smile. He's in with a wraparound from the back. The BKB is coming out now for the rest of Baboon's cause. The hack pops his, but they're poking things out of them quite nicely here, Beast Coast. A lot of reactions forced out of Baboon, but Beast Coast, they're fine, and they're ready to get back in. C-Smile jumps in with a combo. They turn over towards Taneko, and Dahak, he's trapped and surrounded. Have they got detection? A sentry's going to get thrown down. Dahak's going to try and sneak out to the side, but they see him. They take him out.
Oh my god, Beast Coast.
Mage as well. That was beautiful.
And the Roche.
They're going to be able to but they're going to get it.
Oh my god.
So just by watching the live footage, some of you are probably confused on how Beast Coast looks so dominant in this fight. So let's take a look at Tusk first. Gojira makes a Q play, Warriors punch into Force, into Snowball, onto the creep wave. It kind of baits Baboon into like an awkward position, okay? So later CK goes in and the Beastmaster, immediately roars the CK, which is normal. But let's talk about this proper TP. I think this TP by the Hawk is the biggest reason why Baboon are unable to get anything done this fight. So at this point, it's pretty obvious like where the supports of Beast Coast are, right? Like they're either somewhere here or somewhere here, or they have a ward here, right? Dire has a ward here, so they're obviously not here. So I mean, look at the Hawk's items, right? Like he has Silver Edge, he has BKB. Like why would he be scared to just teleport deeper into the side of Beast Coast, right? So he doesn't, he teleports here, and as a result, there's actually like nobody giving pressure to Grim and Beastmaster. And let's look at the Hawk, okay? So he kind of panic opens BKB as soon as Tiny stuns him, but like with this type of inventory, there's no way that he gets killed by like a Avatar's combo, right? He opens BKB and then it kind of just does nothing, walks around, and as soon as CK ults, we see Beast Coast do like a very beautiful dance. Everybody kind of spreads out, right? And they wait until the CK illusions get weaker, and also they wait until like Tiny has his combo. And when Tiny has his combo up, they immediately go on Undying, and yeah, they just take the fight just like that, because Beast Coast Baboon kind of used everything and did no damage. TSM vs Gaming Gladiators Game 1.
Who knows?
Well,
Who knows?
I'm sure.
Who knows how that works?
Daracho got spotted.
All right, this will be a very big kill. Of course, he still has the Aegis, so expect Gaming Gladiators to try to initiate after this arena goes away. BKB pop by Daracho, trying to reset, but he's getting bursted down. Look at all this damage coming out. Double kill for Tomato, and Gaming Gladiators on the run. So successful defense. Soulbind is there to slow them down a bit. They lose one more.
Alright, so as you guys saw on the stream, there's some huge misplays by Daracho here, and I'm not going to comment too much on this, right? Quick plays by TSM. Gets him. Now, I do want to make a point later where he's respawning, and as you can see, Ace actually has BKB and Wind Waker, right? So he can actually BKB into the Mars ulti and use Wind Waker on Daracho as he respawns. This would actually help him dodge the egg and other spells at the boat, right? If he doesn't open BKB. And I think if they do that, there's a chance where Daracho can walk fast, walk far enough with his BKB and OT in a better position. Of course, they're not going to win the fight, they're not going to take the high ground, but they might actually, the rest of Gaming Gladiators, apart from Enchantress here, obviously she dies here, right? But the rest of them actually might live. So, small misplays by Ace and Daracho, and yeah, great play by TSM. TSM vs OG Grand Finals Game 3.
Dubu will fall. A little bit of a window now. 70 seconds, no Dubu. Pugna, he's been providing some great saves. They try and jump into the high ground, but Seb immediately gets turned upon. Seb goes down. Deafening Blast down. The Desto hits over towards the Monkey King as Moon will fall. And they get more out of this. Still Bryle, Saberlight, and Tomato. Very, very strong, the three of them. Even if they are outnumbered right now by OG, it's hard for OG to take these cores down.
And now the Nightstalk ulti is going to renounce. So this is actually a power play for OG.
They're going to try and go. Amar is in with the combo straight on towards the setup of Bryle. Bryle's able to buy time with the Yules up to into the sky. Yuragi is going to be ready for him as he comes down. The Tornado's there. Bryle taken out. They bring down the Lesh. Tomato standing his ground. Turns over towards the TA, but Yuragi's able to slide down and save it with the Hurricane Pike. He turns with a huge hit over towards Saberlight. And Saberlight down the ones. They've taken out Tomato. No ult for him as he'll go down on the respawn. Arrow from Steph perfectly lined up. OG. They clear up the three cores.
So let's skip the first part of that fight and start right around here. I actually have no idea why TSM wants to fight. I get why OG is kind of scared to fight because, hey, there's an outpost on TSM side, and you know there might be buybacks from the supports, right? Which makes a huge difference. But I don't know why TSM wants to fight because they know their supports have no buybacks, as we can see, and I don't know what makes them think that they can fight against this 4-on-3. We got a DK with a blink stun. We got TA that's top of the network. They got BKB. You got Hurricane Pike. It's 4-on-3 with the Invoker, bro. Like, you're not winning this fight. So I get why OG is a bit hesitant here, but hey, I think someone makes a call. I see a ping. I see a Mar ping, right? I don't know if it's Yuragi or Mar, but very impressive to make this type of call in this type of situation. By the way, he's in Dragon form. My replay is kind of screwed up. Sorry about that. So yeah, they go on the ledge. I don't know who makes the call, but it's a great call. You know, BZM is a bit late, but yeah, let's just watch the fight. OG basically just wiped the floor. It's not even close, right? He uses Hurricane Pike here, and then Kai's Tomato. I don't know what TSM is thinking, like for sure. Like, I think someone on their team is making some sussy calls. I'm pretty sure not all of them wanted to fight there. The Aegis is on Night Stalker, it's not even on Lesh. I think if Aegis was on Lesh, like this might be a bit more acceptable, but it's on Night Stalker and you know, that doesn't do anything. So yeah, it's an easy fight for OG, easy comeback. So I hope you found that interesting to watch. You know, if my segments were kind of bad, at least you got to rewatch some of the best fights of the majors. And congrats again to the major winners. This was such a great event for us Dota fans. That's it for this one, guys. Cheers, see you next time.